Hello guys, today's topic is projectile motion. Actually, generally we used to discuss about the motion and equation of motion that most favored equations like v is equals to u plus at, s is equals to ut plus half at square, v square is equals to u square plus 2as. These all three equations are related with the motion. Either we are sending the object in horizontal direction or in vertical direction. But what if the object is being thrown in a particular angle, inclination angle, or we used to call it as oblique direction with respect to earth? In that case, projectile motion used to come into the picture. Like if you are sending an object in this direction, definitely it will cover a horizontal distance. And in that same case, if you are sending an object in a vertical direction, definitely it will cover some height, and after some height again it will come down. But what if an object is being sent like this is my ground condition, and it is being thrown at a particular angle, let's suppose theta degree. So if the velocity is v, then it will cover a such type of distance like this. So usually it will cover two type of distance. One will be the horizontal distance h, and one will be the range. Range means horizontal or with respect to the ground whatever distance it is traveling, like r. Right, a ball is being thrown from this point with a velocity v at an angle of theta, starting point A and point B. So if you see the whole journey, the object is moving like this, like this, like this, and it is going to the B. So at point O it will come. After that it will go to B. So such type of motion is called as projectile motion. Got it? Okay. So how to deal with the projectile motion? Like here we cannot apply directly the formulas related to our equation of motion. Like we cannot apply directly v plus u, v is equals to u plus at. Like if somebody want what is the final velocity and something similar to that. So in that case, we should have the knowledge of the trigonometrical equations or trigonometrical ratios. So any vector, like suppose there is a vector v in this direction, okay, so definitely it is a resultant vector of two different vectors, something like this. So one is called horizontal vector and one is called vertical vector. Okay, so horizontal vector and vertical component, vertical vector, two vectors will be there and their resultant will be v. Okay, so similar case, the resultant is having an inclination angle of theta degree. So this theta degree actually is inclined with respect to the ground. So same way, in case of projectile motion, this velocity v, whatever is being provided to an object, can be further divided into two parts. One is called horizontal component, this is vh, and other one is called vv, that is vertical component. Correct? So if this is the theta and this is the theta, this is v, so vh can be written as v cos theta, and the same way vv, that is vertical component of the velocity, can be written as v sin theta. Okay, so these are my two components of a velocity, because it is a vector quantity, so definitely it will have a vector, it is a vector quantity, so it will have a direction. So direction is something like this. So if you see, this vertical component will be responsible to attain the height h, and horizontal component of the velocity will be responsible to attain the range r. Okay, so if you see, if the object is moving from A, it will go to O and again it will come to B. So it is a situation something that object is moving upward direction, its velocity is going to 0, then it is coming again downward, so it is moving like this. So if time from A to O, time from A to O is t1, then time for fly, total flight time will be 2t1. Got it? Because time for AO will be equal to time for OB. So total time fly will be 2t1. If I apply a equation, second equation of motion, which says the object is moving from upward direction with a velocity of vv, how much height it will attain? Okay, so it will attain h height at that height its velocity will become 0. So in this time gravity will come into the picture, that will create an acceleration. So definitely first equation of motion used to say v is equals to u minus gt, because here I am working in opposed to the gravity. So final velocity will be 0. Initial velocity is the v vertical component minus g t1. So this t1 will be Vv divided by g, that is nothing but v sine theta divided by g. So total time fly in projectile, total time of fly will be 2 times of t1, that will be 2v sine theta divided by g. So this is the time of flight. So this is the time of flight, or we used to say the time for which the projectile will remain into the air. ये वो टाइम होता है जिस टाइम के लिए प्रोजेक्टाइल मेरा एयर के अंदर रहेगा. ओके, बिकॉज आफ्टर दिस टाइम इट विल कम टू द ग्राउंड. ओके, सो दिस वाज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट. नाउ कम टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. अभी अगर हमसे पूछा जाता है कि ये कितना मैक्सिमम हाइट अटेन करेगा, ओके नो इश्यू, हम वो भी कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं. एक्चुअली प्रोजेक्टाइल के केस में 3 पॉइंट्स होते हैं, मेनली 3 पॉइंट्स आर देयर, एंड दीज पॉइंट्स आर हाउ मच हाइट इट विल अटेन, फॉर हाउ मच टाइम इट विल रिमेन इन टू द एयर, and what will be the range on the earth it will achieve. So just now we have calculated, I will write down it here. Total time t is equals to 2v sine theta divided by g. Okay, like, so second equation used to say if an object is moving in the upward direction, how much height it will attain. Actually it will attain a height is equals to h is equals to ut minus half gt square. I can apply this one, or I can say v square is equals to u square minus 2gh. This also I can apply. So I will go through with this point because it is having less number of times, because टाइम का स्केयर करेंगे अगेन इट विल बिकम कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. और यहाँ पे हमको एक चीज़ और पता है, आफ्टर द होल जर्नी ऑब्जेक्ट का वेलोसिटी 0 होना है, बिकॉज इट इज मूविंग द वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन. सो आई कैन से 0 इज इक्वल्स टू vv square minus 2gh. So if you calculate h from here, you will get vv square divided by 2g, that is nothing but v square sine square theta divided by 2g. So this is the height that will be attained by an object. Okay, तो जब भी हमें हाइट का पूछा जाता है कि हाइट कितना अटेन करेगा, तो हाइट ऑब्जेक्ट इतना में अटेन करेगा. Okay, and this is the time of flight for which time the object will remain in the air. Now the question used to come into the picture. Next one, what is the range? Okay, we will discuss about the range also. If you see, the range is being responsible by the horizontal component of the velocity. So if time t is the total duration for which the object is flying, so इसी duration में क्या होगा, vh component भी इसकी range को attain कराएगा. तो I can say the range is equals to r is equals to vh multiplied by total time of flight, or I can say vh is nothing but v cos theta into time. So time is nothing but 2v sin theta divided by g, or I can write it here 2v square sin theta cos theta divided by g. And you know in trigonometry 2 sin theta cos theta is nothing but sin 2 theta. So your range will become v square sin 2 theta divided by g. So we come to this point. Okay, so range is equals to v square sin 2 theta divided by g. Okay, so up to now we have calculated all the 3 formulas that are required. Okay, again I will write down separately and we will have some more discussion. Sometime question used to come on these formulas, based on these formulas directly. क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. ओके, तो हम अभी उन्हीं को टाइप कर लेते हैं, ओनली फार्मूलाज को, एंड वी विल डील विद दैट. So just now I have calculated your height is equals to v square sin square theta divided by 2g. Okay, and your range is equals to v square sine 2 theta divided by g. This we have done. Okay, if you see, when an object will get maximum range, ओके अब हमारे पास दो फ्रीडम्स हैं क्या, या तो मैं वेलोसिटी को इंक्रीज करूं या थीटा को चेंज करूं. ग्रेविटी को मैं कंसीडर नहीं कर सकता बिकॉज इट इज अ कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटी. ओके एंड वी ऑलरेडी नो g इज इक्वल्स टू 9.81 मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर. दिस इज डन बाय द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स इटसेल्फ. ओके, जो हमारा अर्थ की वजह से प्रोवाइड होता है. दिस इज एन ग्रेविटेशनल एक्सेलरेशन. तो एक्चुअली r को हम मैक्सिमम अटेन कर सकते हैं कब, व्हेन r will be maximum when sin 2 theta is maximum. जब sin 2 theta maximum होगा, and you know very well sin 2 theta is maximum only if 2 theta is 90 degree. Correct? Because sin 90 degree पे sin का वैल्यू 1 होता है and that is the maximum value. After that again sin reduce होता है क्योंकि sin का वेवफॉर्म शायद आप लोगों ने देखा होगा. तो अभी मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ. sin का वेवफॉर्म जनरली इस तरीके का होता है. It is a periodic waveform, something like this, 0 and 2 pi, and this is pi. Pi is nothing but 90 degree, and यहाँ पे इसका वैल्यू 1 होता है. Okay, so this is the sine wave. So sin 2 theta is equals to 90 degree. That time only sin 2 theta will be maximum. So theta will be 45 degree. तो इसीलिए कई बार क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, for what particular angle one object should be thrown so that it can achieve maximum range. So that time your answer should be theta equals to 45 degree. So ideally if we see in projectile motion, an object is being thrown from the ground, तो इस केस में इस तरीके के कॉन्सेप्ट अप्लाई होते हैं. क्लियर? इस टॉपिक में हम और भी आगे पढ़ सकते हैं. जैसे अगर हम किसी हाइट से ऑब्जेक्ट को थ्रो कर रहे हैं तो उस केस में क्या होगा, तो वो भी हम बता सकते हैं. तो मेनली दीज थ्री फार्मूलाज आर देयर. इन फार्मूलाज को अगर हम कंसिडर करते हैं तो हम किसी भी सब्जेक्ट किसी भी टाइप के क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. दैट्स इट. थैंक यू. अगर आपके कोई भी क्वेश्चन हैं आप कमेंट में डाल सकते हैं. आई विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट. एंड अगर कोई टॉपिक भी है जो आप सजेस्ट करना चाहते हो, जिसके बारे में आप पढ़ना चाहते हो, तो यू कैन कमेंट इट. Within few time I will post another video over that topic.